time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2Ms and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Hello to everybody who's tuning in live here on Mix. Thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful morning here in the Philippines. But I'm so excited to be here with all of you because in just a bit, I'll be having a very special guest who will be joining me here today. And he's an amazing, talented artist who I'm sure you've probably heard some of his tracks while you're scrolling through, your FYP on TikTok, but also maybe on, multiple digital streaming platforms. It's hard not to hear his songs, especially with the growth it's had, especially in the last, few years as well. Super exciting to have him because he also recently came out with an EP, which is called It's 2016 Somewhere. So I'm really, really excited to talk to him about music and life and just everything that he has going on. So everyone, please welcome to MYXclusive, Ricky Montgomery. Woo!
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Hi, Ricky. Thank you so much for joining us. Where are you calling us from today?
I am in the back of a tour bus right now in Lincoln, Nebraska, in the United States, if you know where that is. We are on an off day on our tour right now between a couple cities.
Ooh. Wow, I know you're super busy with the tour, I saw, but amazing. You're on tour and we're literally on different sides of the world right now. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm calling from the future.
I know,
so
good
that's
morning.
pretty. Yes, good evening, if I'm right, or good.
Yeah, it's
good evening.
10 p.m. here.
Oh, so it's like almost late night over there. But how have you been? How's the tour? I know a lot of the dates have been sold out too, so congratulations on the tour. How's it been?
Yes. Well, we just sold out the very last show, so it's actually fully sold out now. I'm very excited to say, to be able to report 2 for 2 on our tours for selling out right now. Very, very happy. It's been going great. I walk into these venues and usually the people that work there have no idea who I am. But by the time, the fans start coming, like they're all sold out, like I mentioned. So the line wraps around the block usually. So that's exciting. And then once we get inside, all the fans, I'm very lucky. I'm so spoiled. Like they all sing every word of every song. And so at the end of the night, every night, I think they know who I am and they remember. So it's going well. I'm very, very happy.
That is the glow up that we all love, low key, they don't know who you are yet. Then after you're just like, this is life. I love that.
Yeah, every show. So thank you to the fans.
Yeah, shout out to all the fans who came out too for the tour. Obviously selling out, the tour as well. Such an amazing. How does it feel like, Ricky? I can imagine like between these times, it's like a super fast, super overwhelming, but also at times you're kind of just like trying to take all of it in. So how's that been for you?
You're right. It is super overwhelming a lot of the time. Particularly right now, doing interviews and stuff. But it's good. It's all good stuff. I have great problems. I'm very happy about kind of everything in my life right now, which is a great thing to be able to say. Right now it's a lot of just trying to make sure that I'm keeping the moment alive, meeting it, doing all the work I need to do to kind of get to the next level from here and keep things moving. So it's all good stuff.
For sure. I feel like half the battle is really showing up and we love to see you, showing up for everybody and sharing the music. But speaking of, I can imagine with things that are overwhelming, obviously having like songs that you've had released in the past, actually, like back in 2016 with, of course, Mr. Loverman and Line Without a Hook go viral just recently. Do you still like remember the moment you kind of realized that these songs popped off?
Of course. I mean, yeah, like I think everybody that has a song go big, whether it's on TikTok or anywhere else right now, they discover it by looking at their Spotify numbers or some other platform, and they see the number tick up and up and up and up, and then never drop and just continue going up. And then like the top, like you have like your like it's like 100 to 1,000 streams, and then your number kind of goes from there. But eventually, it's like 100 to 100 million streams, and like that's how big the number has become. And so I remember the first time it like scaled up the graph, and it's just kind of continued doing that ever since. And I'm never going to not be surprised by that and the fact that that's happening at all. So, yes.
For sure. I mean, like 100 million. Like, I feel like we don't even know 100 million people personally in our lives.
No,
and have
I don't think so.
Yeah, right? So 100 million people listen to your music from different parts of the world. I mean, that's such a huge thing and well deserved. I love the music that you put out too. Like, I was reading a lot of comments on the music video, specifically of one of your tracks, Line Without a Hook. I was reading it, and a lot of people like, this is a masterpiece, and like you really get to express what they feel like at that certain moment in their lives. So how does it feel also to like kind of connect with other people from many different parts of the world, maybe places you've never even been before, and have them connect to the music that is so personal to you?
I mean, it's awesome. It's great. It's super humbling. I am still not really sure if I've processed it fully. It doesn't feel real, especially like still coming out of COVID and stuff. I don't think in particular like the Philippines stuff, which like that's just like where the most love is coming from right now. I don't think it's going to feel real until I am there in person, which will be as soon as I can get there. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just like so used to like not having a lot of success that like my body just isn't ready to like be like, oh yeah, no, this is stable. Like you're safe. You can be excited. I'm still not at that point yet. I'm hoping to get there soon. But yeah, I'm kind of in that headspace still with it. So it just doesn't quite feel real yet.
Yeah, but you know, when you do decide to come here, I guarantee you it's going to be one of the most amazing shows in your life. Filipinos love to sing and we love to vibe. So it's going to be amazing. I'm calling it right now. So guys, let's manifest it together for the day that Ricky can come over to the Philippines. You're welcome whenever you want to come to our side of the world. But I think interestingly enough, with these tracks that, you know, really grew for you, these, like I said, were tracks that you released in 2016, which is why I thought it was really interesting that you named your EP. It's 2016 somewhere. So 2016 is a very special year for you. So can you tell us more about the EP, especially the title too?
Yeah, totally. The title kind of speaks for the whole concept, really. I put a bunch of songs out in 2016, and some of them did very well now, very recently. And so it kind of felt like I'm just in like this perpetual 2016 in my head, you know, like it's just never ending. And I keep having to talk about these songs that I wrote back then, which is not a bad thing. I'm very blessed that that's happening. But I think with the EP, I wanted to kind of put a cap on it, but in a respectful way, glide people on to the next project so they kind of, you know, can not be too jarred because I'm writing different songs now, but it's a different time of my life. And so I wanted to kind of guide people to that new area without, you know, rejecting it. So like some of the songs were written around that same time and I finished them really recently. So it's kind of me paying, you know, respect to that era and thanking people with, you know, more of that material, more of that era, more that I have to give from that part of my life. So that's kind of what it's about in a nutshell.
That's actually really interesting. I feel like because 2016 was essentially like 6 years ago, which is quite a long time. It's quite a long time. And a person can grow a lot in that span of time, obviously, and to kind of have to go back and put yourself in that kind of space too. So what was it like? You said there's songs that you started out in 2016 but only finished like recently. So what was it kind of like going back to that style? Like what was it like working on the EP and the tracks for the EP?
Yeah, well, I think a good one to talk about would be Settle Down, the newest song from the EP. That's when I really started writing in 2016 fully. It was about, I was like dating this girl long distance who I knew through Vine. We were both Vine personality people. And she lived in New York. She had just moved there like 2 weeks prior to when I met her. She was staying with me to do this like kind of like video TV thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know who this girl is. I'll try to be respectful and give her space. And then we just totally fell in love with each other right away.
Oh.
And then she kept telling me she was going to move to LA, and like just 1 week became 1 month, 2 months, or 1 month became 2 and 5 and 7 and so on. And then eventually I realized, okay, this is never going to happen. And so that's kind of what the opening lyrics are in that one. And anyway, with that experience, reapproaching that in 2022 or 2021 when I was doing the song, I don't feel that way anymore. I'm in a new relationship at a new stage in my life. And so I had to kind of define the song in a new way, and settle down became less about settling down with that person and more settling down with my new life and my new
Mhm.
kind of, you know, this situation that I'm in where 2016 is this year that never ends for me. And so
Mhm.
settling down and kind of making peace with the way that I've seen success manifest in my life, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it's become. And it's a lot of those kind of mental gymnastics things across the EP,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
and
all
that's
good
really
things.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that's really interesting too, kind of how the meaning of songs change for you over time. Like when you initially wrote it, had this intention, but now it's like a little bit different for you. I mean, we love growth in any like kind of
Yes.
form, right? So we love to see it. And through the EP too. When you mentioned Vine, oh my God, I feel like the hairs on my arm literally stood up. I was like, ah! Vine was a moment. Let's just give that a
Hmm.
moment. We all love
Yeah.
Vine. Very
RIP.
2016. Yes, very 2016. But we love, like I said, we love to see the growth. But speaking of, since 2016, Ricky was a different, Ricky then. What
Yes.
would you say was like the biggest change you saw in yourself since 2016?
Um, Other than being older and feeling like it, I think I don't know. I'm more mature in a lot of ways as I
Mhm.
go through some of these songs in the album that took off. Like some of the lines I look back on, I'm like, yeah. Like some of them I like kind of cringe at, and I try not to because
Mhm.
I love everything I've made. I don't want to criticize myself, but you can't help it when you're younger and now you're older.
Mhm.
You don't feel the same way, and you improve and you get smarter and better at writing and stuff. So I don't know. I think I'm a better writer. That's what I'm going to settle on. I'm better at my job, at
Mhm.
music. So that's my answer.
We
That's my
love
main
that.
thing.
And yeah, and it's okay to cringe at your past self. I feel like a lot of us we
Yeah.
cringe at a lot
Thank
of
you.
things that we did. Like we look at pictures or videos, we're like, but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
always nice to have a point of reference from where we are now.
Exactly.
But also, I read that you were kind of at a moment also where you almost kind of gave up on music too. But with the
Hmm.
resurgence of the music too, you kind of like decided to continue on. So if you could like give advice to 2016 Ricky, who might not even know that this would happen, what advice would you want to give
Stick it out, man. Focus.
him?
Dig your heels in. It's gonna get better.
Mhm.
And also quit Vine now. It's about to go down. It's gonna be ugly. So that's my advice to
Oh
2016
my
Ricky.
God. 2016 Ricky. I mean, it is 2016 somewhere, you guys. So 2016
That's
Ricky is
true.
probably watching
It's a
this
fact.
and it's like, damn, okay, got you, man. Writing it in his journal or something. But we love to see the growth, obviously, Ricky, like I keep saying. But you said that this EP is kind of a way of putting a cap on 2016 you and like kind of
Yes.
ushering in a new era of Ricky. So what can everybody expect coming from you, Ricky? I'm sure you've been working on a lot of stuff too.
Absolutely. They can expect new music as soon as I can put it out.
Mhm.
The second I get home, like right now, I'm in the tour bus. I'm on tour. The moment I get home, I'm just writing until my arms fall off, and then I'm going to be in the studio for literally a month, I think. And so really, yeah, I'm just trying to make this next album as quickly as I can, get new music out as quickly as I can, get some collaborations with other artists out as quickly as I can, and I can't talk about them yet because they're not done. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's kind of the update, I think there.
Ooh, so guys, we have a lot to look forward to. But for now, obviously, let's savor the newest EP coming from
Thank
Ricky,
you.
which is called It's 2016 Somewhere. So make sure to check that out. It's available on multiple digital streaming platforms. And yeah, make
Yes.
sure to check it out. But before I let you go, Ricky, do you have a message to all of your Filipino fans who are eagerly waiting for you to come over to our side of the world and cannot wait till then?
I wish I could go tomorrow. I wish I could go next week. We have some tours and some things we have to do ahead of time. But I wanted to say thank you for all the love and support and all the energy. I will be there as soon as physically possible. Once COVID's more clear what's going on with that, once we can get some dates on the books, I'll be there as soon as I can. So thank you, I love you, and I'll see you soon in person.
Yes, we will definitely see you soon. But like I said, guys, let's listen to all of Ricky's music online until then. But thank you so much, Ricky, for joining us here on
Thank
Mix
you.
today. Thank you. And thank you as well to everybody who tuned into this MYXclusive interview. This has been Sam with 2 M's and Ricky Montgomery. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.